Blessings, good morning. I'm going to share with you a little bit about some of my visits to the shut ins in the church. One of the real joys that a pastor has is to go to visit with the elderly. There's a lot of wisdom and many times reflection that they have on life, a lot of experiences and history that they will teach you. And in addition to providing comfort and pastoral care, bringing the Lord's Supper to them, you can have wonderful discussions that bridge the gap between a younger generation and an older generation. If you listen well, you hear an awful lot of insights about life decades ago. The one person I'm going to chat about today was named Helene Bartel. The Bartel family were longtime members of our shepherd. And Helene, as she got quite old, was now in her probably late 80s or early 90s when I was visiting with her. The bulk of the ministry to her was conducted by Pastor Paul. Helene lived in a smaller house, and she was an avid African violet enthusiast, like one of these individuals whom they get into the flowers and specifically African violets. And she would go to craft shows with her flowers. She was part of the African Violet Society in Milwaukee, and she also grew them. Her basement was loaded with tables and grow lights from the ceiling, hundreds and hundreds of plants that she would then sell at craft sales and things like this. Lovely lady, very, to my sense, quiet and petite lady, and she would collect things. One of the things she collected were knickknacks. And so I'd go to visit with her, and one time she presents me with a object from the Franklin Mint, and many of you might remember that the Franklin Mint, I don't know if it's still running or not, would have ads on TV. They would do collector's plates and other assorted things that people could buy this series of them and adorn their home with various collectibles. And in this particular case, the thing that she presented me with is this. It's a replica Fabergé egg. And this one is entitled The Annunciation. And I thought, well, how lovely. And I said, you don't have to give me things. And she just wanted to do this because I'd come to visit her for all those years. And I didn't realize it, but she actually had in mind to give me a little collection of these eggs. So the next one that she gave me sometime later was Jesus. Here, I'll try to get his face for you. In the garden, the agony in the garden, it is called. And then in sequence, the last one that she gave me, it's in many ways the most glorious, and that is, let me try to get this centered, that is the ascension of Christ. And I thought, wow, that's so neat. Over the years, I never ask for anything. Pastoral ministry is to supply the needs and to minister to the people as they want to stay close to Christ. And, I would consider it horrific to go into people's homes and to covet anything or ask for anything. That's just almost evil in my mind. And I don't expect any kind of compensation from them. In fact, when they give me a gift, many times they've given me personal gifts for doing this, some money. And I always give this to the Lord. That has always gone to the Word today. I don't think I should benefit personally from just carrying out ministry to them. And so occasionally they'd be engaged in some, if they're in a retirement facility, they might go to some art classes and might produce various gifts that they would give to family. And once in a while, they'll give me a piece of art that they've been working on. And I might take it and put it on my shelves here in the church and keep it as a reminder of them. And that's what happened with these Fabergé eggs. I still have these. Of course, they're not worth much, but that's not the point. Helene loved them for their art and for their beauty. And she just wanted to do that as a loving thing for me and appreciation of me. And I've always kept them. They're just little unusual, a little bit different, and a good reminder of the beauty of art and the skills that God has given people to praise Him through art and music. And also, it's a reminder of Helene, a very quiet lady, godly lady who I enjoyed visiting with. And so I hope that you might be motivated through this to develop a friendship with an older person. We have several people at the church that if you'd like to visit them, if you'd like to connect with them, come see me. We have one person who makes cards, handmade cards, and sends them cards. And as a result, they're delighted to see the joy on their face when they realize that they have not been forgotten. Blessings.